Anybody in millions, go ahead and hit me with a thumbs up if we're good.
Go back on Insta.
Back on Insta?
Yep.
Boom, perfect. Sorry, Instagram. Has anyone told you look like Drake? Ha ha. Ha ha. All right. I knew that was coming. No way. And all right, I'm live on YouTube. We are back. All right, sorry for that. We had some minor technical difficulties, but we are back up and running. Get your popcorn ready. Pour your Tostitos or Fritos, whatever you like to eat. All right, we are snacking. We got the F3 in full effect, guys. If you go and you're in the millions chat, if you scroll up, you'll see my little Amazon store there. Those are things that I currently use when I'm in training camp or I'm out of training camp. Liquid IVs, Element, F3, all right? And then if you want discounts for that, make sure to go to the link in my bio on Instagram. Y'all make sure to follow me on Millions, all right? One of the best platforms for professional athletes. They help take a lot of the burden off the athlete's back by doing live streams, they do merchandise, personal videos, and you can book us for events, all right? You don't have to worry about any Instagram algorithms. And if you contact the athlete, you can get in, if you contact them on Millions, you can get directly in contact with them. So y'all make sure to follow us on Millions, drop the follow button, and, buy some merch. Don't forget to book us for events, all right? Boom. Yes, make sure y'all drop the predictions in the chat. And I want you to chat too, all right? So I
didn't know this. All right, let's talk right now. Ian Machado, Gary, and Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal is the first test for Ian Machado, Gary. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna. What
are your predictions? Standing?
I think Ian Gary, if he plays it smart, he's the younger guy, right? If he plays it smart, he's gonna squeak out a decision here.
Yeah. I think if
Jeff Neal's not someone to play with.
Yeah,
Hands of Steel is his nickname for a reason.
I think. All right, what do you think about this? Let's say Ian Gary wins. And everybody's been asking me for the past 2 streams, who's the dark horse in MMA right now? Who's the dark horse? And I've been saying this for a year and a half, and his name is Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yes.
He literally
going to be the champion.
Bro, he's a silent assassin. He doesn't say anything. He just finishes people. He has, 18 fights, 17
finishes. It's like half and half, submissions and knockouts.
So he's got 17 fights with 17 finishes.
Never gone to the decision.
And he beat Neal. He
subbed him while standing up right behind him and choked him out.
It was like we call it like a
He could not take him to the ground. He said, I'm going to choke you out on the feet.
Yeah.
He said, fuck it. I'm going to choke you out on the feet. That was one of the craziest fights.
It was like a schoolyard guillotine.
But the one thing I will say about Shavkat, he played devil's advocate. I love him. He's a great balanced fighter. He plays a little reckless on the feet sometimes. He has great takedowns, great aggressive grappling, but he can take a lot of damage. He's got a great chin, but I think
it's only a while.
That's one of his little holes in his game. Yeah. He tries to take too much damage on the feet.
I don't think he tries. I think he just leaves himself available to get hit because he knows that if he goes out there and does his thing, he's gonna be able to finish someone. Like who was his last
Stephen
fight?
Wonderboy.
Wonderboy.
Person to sub Wonderboy.
Yeah, Wonderboy was his second round. Was it rear naked choke? What was it?
Pull up the stats. Right
I think it was a rear naked choke. We're about to pull it up that way,
Yeah, I'm pulling up.
It's
sub rear naked choke.
Yeah, in this day and age, now you can fact check everything. It was like, was I right? Was I right or was I right? Boom.
Shavkat's got to be fighting for a belt next after Bilal. You would think. He's going to run through the next guy. Come on, give this guy a title.
It's not about that. It's like, are you marketable? Shavkat doesn't talk. He doesn't talk trash.
His hands speak for himself.
How many
finishes?
I think that would be the only thing. That would be the only thing that's really going for him is the fact that.
But look at the beat, right? He's not crazy trash talker, right? And he had a whole country of Russia behind him.
Yeah, but
Shotgun's not Cosme standing behind him. It's a little bit smaller.
I don't know.
Don't overlook it. We'll say that he's going to be big. He's going to be a UFC.
I don't think he'll be a star. I think he's just a dark horse of the division that he can climb his way up until eventually he can't be looked over for a title shot. But I don't think
his time is coming.
His time is coming. But I think stardom in the UFC, when we talk about it factors, so we get this a lot. It's like, hey, what makes a good MMA fighter, all right? And I say, nobody knows what it is, right? So I can't put my finger on it. So I can. You got to have three things. Number one, you got to fight. You got to be able to have to fight. So you got to be a good fighter. Number one, you got to fight. Number two, you have to have a look.
Marketing.
And number three, you have to be able to talk. If you can talk, you got a look. You don't have to look good. You just got to have a look. You got to be able to talk. You got to have the look. And you got to be able to fight. Anybody that has rose to UFC stardom has at least two of the three. You know, Izzy got the look. He could fight. Sometimes his trash talk a little weak, but he's still funny and entertaining to watch in the interviews, right?
He's unique.
Look at Paulo Costa. He can fight. He got the look. And even though he barely speaks English, it's like you got the secret juice. I don't like you. Like, it's still good enough to be marketable. All right. So anybody that races to UFC like stardom, the big stars, they have those three things that give them the it factor. Okay, we already know Conor McGregor. He kind of laid down the blueprint for marketing in the UFC. And you see guys like Ian Gary kind of like taking that same approach.
Here we go.
Being the crap talker.
Round one.
Ooh, all right.
Starting off.
We're in here. We're in here. When we eat dinner, I choose the menu again. Oh yeah, I'll let you choose. What was the name of the spot that we went? It was called Dropout, like the chef's dropout or something like that. Dude, it was so good. Went down to Arizona because I'm gonna take you to the spot to eat. So good.
Jeff, through the first strike, I believe. Nice front kick.
Yeah. He's covering a lot of distance very fast. I'm more interested when they get comfortable with each other striking, and it's a lot. It's still be more movement, a lot less movement. And right now, I'm looking at. He keeps doing this reset step, this L step right here. Ooh. But he's
there's the head kick by
He's doing it to try and get the outside angle on him. You see them fighting for outside angle position. Every time he gets inside, he resets with the L step. He's inside. You see him reset, L step
right there.
Every time his foot goes inside, right? His foot goes inside. You'll see him when he goes back. He's gonna L step out.
I think a well balanced striking output from Jeff Neal wins in this fight. If he can leg kick, body kick, throw a head kick here and there, and I think constantly keep Gary on the back foot, that's his road to winning. But if he can't mitigate Gary's forward pressure and in his head kicks, and if he lands a good head kick and pushes him back, that's going to set him back for a good bit. So I think he's really just got to keep doing what he's doing and mitigate Ian landing those big blows.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like this for
right now. It's been a little stagnant, but he's playing it safe, and that's not the worst thing to do because he hasn't really taken anything significant.
Yeah, I think it'll be more of this type of fight for the first round, and as they kind of get a little bit more comfortable, it'll be a little bit less movement. You see Ian just shifting left, right.
Well, when the guys are stagnant in the first round like this and not expel a lot of energy, like you see that he was loading up right there. He was ready to.
Matty over here, touch it.
He's got that right hand cock. I'm telling you, and they're throwing leg kicks every 30, 45 seconds. They're waiting it out. They're really pacing themselves here.
All right. Let's see.
When they don't expel a lot of energy, when they don't have a war in the first round, they tend to land really big blows in larger gaps of time.
He caught him. He caught him.
Nice couple punches there on Ian.
Boom. It was a glancing shot. It wasn't nothing like too crazy.
It
wasn't nothing too crazy.
No, just a little 1-2 there.
Boom. This is what piece of memorabilia from your fight career thus far do you hold the most dear? All right. I actually have a couple pieces of memorabilia, but the one that I think I hold the most dear It would have to be probably my hand wraps from my first knockout, which was my. It was like not TKO, like flatline knockout. It was my last amateur fight. Or I have my actual fight shorts that I wore my whole amateur career. And then I wore them for my pro debut. And then my coach told me, said, bro, you got to get rid of these shorts, bro. You can't be a pro wearing the same shorts you wore as an amateur. And so probably my fight shorts. And I actually thought about putting that on my Millions as a piece of memorabilia. Just kind of like, hey, this was the start of the Moon Show. We'll call this the takeoff, and put that on my memorabilia for anybody who wanted to have some worn in MMA shorts. they're the red and black Hayabusa like Valley Tudo shorts. I like wearing the Valley Tudos, and then Lathan told me, he said, bro, you got to do the thigh high kickboxers. I said, no, I'm gonna do Valley Tudos, and then I went thigh high kickboxers, and I never went back to the Valley Tudos. He's selling these shorts for a small fee. DM him. Hey, I'll put them on my Millions. I haven't put them on me. DM me, and then if the price is right, maybe you can be the first one to have Moon's official amateur fight career shorts.
30 seconds left in the first round.
That would definitely hold the most hold the most memories for me. He said, disgusting. I watched them, bro.
I was going to ask.
Come on, man. I'm not washing my shorts for every fight. Come on, man.
Dead even on the strikes. 12 and 12 for
12 and 12
strikes for both guys.
But I think Neil landed more had a little more pop to his output. And then he was more aggressive. He kept Ian on the back foot, and because of that could be like the little.
It's going to be close, but a judge could give Ian that round easily. You know how the judges are.
Well, we saw what happened in the Mackenzie Dern fight. In Mackenzie Dern fight, like that one in what's his name? Lemos. Yeah, that was a close fight. I thought Lemos did more damage, and Mackenzie Dern had more ground control time. And then so it's all about the judges scoring. Hey, is damage more important, or is the control time more important? So that was a good fight. I always go in the case of damage. It's cool to take somebody down, but if you take somebody down and you don't do significant damage or aren't constantly threatening with submissions, then the takedown to me is considered more of an advantage in my eyes. You have the advantage, but you got to do something with it. If you took somebody to the ground and you're on top, you got to hit them with ground and pound or be attacking submissions or kind of mixture of both. And whoever has the most damage, obviously you can damage somebody worse on the ground. So your advantage is ranked higher. That's why the takedowns are ranked so high.
Here we go.
And I like how Neil is playing this high guard and then allowing him to kind of move forward because he knows that Ian Gary is known for his pull counters. So he does pull counter a lot. He'll pull and throw the two, go backwards on the jab, and him having that high guard allows him to kind of weather those strikes as he closes the distance.
He's been really, really putting out a lot with the front kicks to the body. Really aggressive with his kicks, too. Throwing a lot of kicks. That won him the money in the Rodriguez fight. Oh, nice left hook by Gary.
Yep. See, like now, even though they're moving, you see how the space and the distance has now closed. And now he's forced to fight like a full fight where he's not just able to strike with somebody because he's doing a lot of like dirty boxing tactics. Yeah. Getting him on, not Gary, Neil has got him on the cage, got the head position, and he's just hitting his little strikes, keeping the head pinned under his chin or on his cheek. This takes a lot of energy and expels a lot of energy from Gary as well. So when they get back into the striking exchanges, it'll be a little bit less on the strikes.
He's such a tall guy. Like he's trying to get him down, but he can't. He's such a big guy. It's really hard to take down. He's got a little bit of. I don't
think he's fought anybody with like really, really like high enough level grappling to put him on the ground. I haven't seen
too, right? You got a guy from Ireland he's talking a lot. You want to put him with a wrestler? You want to put him with a striker? How is he going to be more marketable if you put him with a wrestler?
Oh, I like that. I like. Great
by Ian.
That was a good exchange. I think he called
Ian,
a little bit.
Ian looks like he's taking control in the second round here. Another body kick by Ian.
Boom. He says, let's talk about experience restaurant. We can talk about that another time.
Jeff Neal's keeping his hands real low, pop backing up. He's just dancing.
Do they have a main event for UFC 300 yet or not yet? I know they've added. Ooh, hey, he's getting.
I have a prediction on what that's going to be.
Main event.
Yeah. So look, Izzy doesn't have a fight coming up.
I don't think
Alex Pereira. No, he is. I think he's going to be on UFC 300. Mark my words. And now Izzy and Alex, that fight, they're not going to fight each other, but they will both fight on that card. I think. I mean, come on. We're missing a co-main and a main, and they're waiting to announce it. They're waiting and waiting. Alex is probably going to fight Jamal Hill, who's still slightly injured, but he's got until April. I mean, come on, there's a chance there.
I would like to see Jamal Hill get fully back to health before taking a fight because that was the reason why
he was here in good spirits. He looked
looking fine and like and being in fight shape is two different things. And the whole reason they stripped him of the belt in the first place was because of the injury, which I thought was kind of trash. I kind of don't like how the UFC does that. They'll like, if this person has a belt, they won't strip them.
They don't have to strip them.
Yeah, I know they don't have to. Yeah. They do the whole interim thing, and I'm just like, man, come on, it can't be two belts. I can't.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I don't like that.
They refer to people who got the interim belt as champ, and I'm like, that's a second place. If you're second place, you're not really the champ.
Yeah. Ooh, good front kick.
But no, I mean, people have to vacate the belt. If you can't defend, vacate. I think that's a solid thing you should do. You know, like that's what Yuri did when he pulled his shoulder out.
Yeah.
It's why hold up the division, right? Why force someone to get a fake belt if they're going to take over the division if you're going out for over a year?
But I'm not mad at the fighters for taking that advantage because then it puts a bump in your pay too.
You don't get
hey, I'm the interim champ. Give me the champ money. I want the champ money. And then it gives you then it instantly gives you good knee.
He's throwing a lot to the body.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of. Ooh.
That's going to help him in the long run if he can continue to capitalize.
Right
by Jeff.
Oh, he should have stayed in with the pressure. Oh, they doing the slap hands every good exchange. Come on, we know y'all. We know y'all are doing good exchanges. Just keep it up. How do betting platforms impact the way fans engage with fights, in your opinion? In your opinion, I think the betting platforms are actually good because it's going to draw more eyes to the sport. And if you have something to gain from watching fights, then more people will watch fights. And if you have more to gain, maybe the promotions get more money because they get bigger sponsors with like DraftKings and Top Picks and all these things that do the betting platforms. And then, maybe that finds a way to leak down to the fighters. Hopefully the fighters don't get banned from obviously they can't bet on their own fights and things like that. But I hope it's a way that the fighters are able to get compensated for things like that as well. But I think it pulls more eyes to the fight. And it keeps fans engaged, and it forces them to learn about the fights. Because if you're like, man, I picked so-and-so by knockout, or I have this strike differential, meaning they're going to have an over-under on, hey, so-and-so lands X amount of strikes, you're going to be more in tune to watching the fight, and you'll be more in tune to learning about how to kind of judge the fights as well as going forward. So I like it a lot. I disagree. I can always fight. I can be fair. All right. Let's do some. Y'all want to do some trivia questions? Let's get some trivia questions before this third fight of the card. Hopefully, one of these next two fights end quick. We can get like a knockout or a TKO or something. Oh, I was going to ask y'all questions. What's the capital of Paraguay? I have no clue, but I know it's Paraguay and Uruguay, but I think it's a whole other country. Do not test my geography. You can, but you will not be satisfied with answers. Do you know the capital of Paraguay?
No.
Do you know the capital of Paraguay? Do not Google.
No.
Okay. We lost that one.
Oh, man. Ian is really ripping the body, but I don't know how hard it's impacting Jeff Neal. I mean, he's still putting that forward pressure on him.
I still have Neal winning the fight so far.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but at the same time,
I would say
the judges are gonna give it to a split, probably. The judges are crazy in that aspect. They'll see things differently. I have a feeling it might go to split. Just because the judges can be crazy.
Only way I feel it goes to split decision is if Gary does something
more significant this round.
Very significant. It has to be like I think Neal won the first 2 rounds based off pressure and power
landed too.
Yeah,
I agree. I don't agree with what these judges will do, but I have a feeling they might throw something like that out there when they're scoring.
And he's doing a lot of evading and moving, and he's doing a lot of being very aggressive. So
he's throwing a lot of kicks, a lot of knees. You got to capitalize off of that. Try and scoop a leg up and secure a takedown. That might take the
but when he does stuff like this and he like blitzes, closes the gap, pressures on the cage, drops a couple, and then he goes back to evading.
Same thing for basically 3 rounds.
Yeah. I would argue that it's currently winning him. Look at the clinch control. 3 minutes to 12 seconds. That's not good. That's part of octagon control, because octagon control, whenever you don't go against like takedown, strike, significant damage, the next thing they say is what? Octagon control. Mm-hmm. So you're talking about he has more octagon control, 3 minutes to 12 seconds. Boom. And he's the aggressor going forward.
Yeah, he's doing good. Like, he's not staying in the pocket with Ian Gary. He's moving back quite a bit to recalculate, and Ian Gary doesn't want to move in on him as much.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing that. He's been doing that his whole fight. Yes. Red. What was your first NFL? What was the first team to win NFL Super Bowl? I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers.
I think I might be right.
I think I might be right on that one. Am I right? Can you share a specific technique you perfected that you believe gives you an edge in the octagon? I do. Dang. I don't know. This is like one of my things that I'll currently do. So maybe my opponent's in here watching, and then, I'll share it with you guys. And then he tries to find a way to counter it, but he can't because it's unstoppable. I'm joking. All right. Secret technique. The Sifu finger twist off of Kung Fu Panda. Bang! Nah.
The whooshy finger hold.
Whooshy finger hold. There you go. The whooshy finger hold. Oh, I was correct. It was the Green Bay Packers. Look at that. Hey.
I remember that.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I used to be addicted to football as a young kid, and I would go back and watch the history of football, how it started. I remember watching the old black and white football games. I remember the 70s Steelers, the Immaculate Reception, the Raiders when they had Jim Kelly. Not Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly was with the Bills.
Yeah.
The Bills, my bad. What was that quarterback for the Raiders? Don't remember. But that I remember going back and watching my old NFL films, like when the Vikings defense was called the Purple People Eaters. The Steelers was called the Steel Curtain. You had Lynn Swann and Rod Smith, just all these guys, man. I watched all that stuff. I was a football head. Y'all didn't know that, and y'all should already know that my favorite team is watch my mouth. I was about to say the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all already know what's up, okay? I was about to just But it says, can you share a specific technique you've perfected that you believe gives you an edge in the octagon? So I've deemed this I think Neal won this one. I deemed this specific technique. A lot of people use it, but when I first started training and practicing it started opening up not just my heavy strikes as far as power shots to the head, but it also started opening up my takedowns because I like to fight aggressive, so I like to keep people on their back foot, and it's called the cheat code. And I used to make fun of the cheat code. We would say left down, left left down, upright, AB, left trigger. It's like an old Contra code for like Super Nintendo, and it's like essentially I pair my body movement from going up, down, in, and out with strikes and level changes in order to get a read on my opponent. And all that means is when I'll strike, I'll be striking to the head and to the body. And then if my opponent addresses the body, I'll come back up to the head to then drop for a takedown. So I'm going in, out, in, up, down. And then if I go down and my opponent goes down, I'll come back up with a high shot, down, low again. And if they don't address the low shot, I go in for a takedown. And then I can reverse the order depending on whatever my opponent's reaction is. So whenever you have,
you're getting a lot of score this.
I think it's. I know we can't hear it, but I think it's a unanimous decision. I think it's nil. But yeah. So we have deemed a very specific set of strategies. What up? Impact Mouth Guard. They're in the chat. Shout out to Impact Mouth Guard for keeping this smile protected during the.
That does not make sense.
That doesn't even look correct. For keeping my smile, protected during my last fight. They did my custom mouth guard, and they also put my sponsor. Shout out to Primetime Towing for sponsoring Moon's Smile for the UFL 2 fights. It was this specific fight that they actually did my custom mouth guard for, and they were on my fight banner as well. So y'all check out Impact Mouth Guards. It's affordable. If you need a custom mouth guard, which if you're doing any kind of training from grappling to striking, you need a custom mouth guard. All right. Check out Impact Mouth Guard. Let them send you a mold, send it back, get your favorite, little logo or decal on there. And yeah.
Here we go.
Boom. Okay, we're good.
Looks like it's gonna be a split. I'm telling you. These judges, man. It gave it to him.
Yo! Oh my God! Are you serious?
Dude, they're pushing this guy. You know the whole
dude, that is highway robbery.
They're showing his wife on the screen. Dude. You know what they're doing. They're marketing this guy.
Dude, that's
a whole different story, but you know what they're doing with this guy. They're trying to market this guy. The judges are in on this 100%. I believe it. That was not a win.
Bro. Oh, thank you.
I know he's getting booed. Getting booed out of the building right now. Like that's insanity.
What?
You know how much media this guy's been getting? Oh, dude, I'm not even.
We're not speaking on.
Let's just talk about the media, right?
He's getting. I know he's getting a lot of attention and stuff, but I'm just saying, like, come on. He lost the first 2 rounds and he didn't do enough impact.
Do you remember the Patty Pimblett Jared Gordon fight? It's a very similar situation. You see these little situations where it's like it's an upcoming star prospect they want to promote, and they're going up against a prospect who just gets just barely enough, and they give it the other way. Come on.
All right. So, I can't even believe that.
I know I'm not the only one.
If y'all watch it, he said he's right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, look.
The judges are 100% in on this. They are corrupt.
Dude. All right, we can't get into the whole MMA judges corrupt because then I'll start getting a little edgy and because there's some bad calls. And I'm like, it's no way. Whatever that boxing judge is, Adeline, whatever, she does the same thing in boxing. Mm-hmm. Dude, she's the worst judge ever. I don't know. I think she watches the fights while she's on Twitter.
I can see who scored it for who.
I don't even care. I'm just like, I can't change it. But I'm just like, are we watching the same fight? I don't know. Okay, all right. See if it was a unanimous decision or if you were right, it was a split decision.
Yeah, I'm looking that up. It should be on Insta in a second.
All right, everybody in the chat. It says some kind of way that was effed up. Dude, I'm not like they're not like fighters that I dislike. I don't dislike Ian Gary, but I just dislike the judging. Like, if Ian Gary won the fight, I'm like, cool, he won the fight. Like, whoever did it won. What was split decision?
I'm waiting.
All right,
it's a split decision. Yep.
Split decision.
I told you. Did I not?
Okay.
Before this, I told him it was
okay. All right.
I told
the
you
lunar visual over here just literally he called it in the start of the 3rd round. Was like, The judges will be on some funny stuff. It's probably going to be
this was before.
No, this is before the end of this. Are you going before the fight? But I'm saying you were calling it live.
Yeah.
You were like, "Hey, man, I could see it being a split decision on some funny stuff with the judges." And then he goes. Now he did land more significant strikes in the third round, but I don't know.
Dude, the way they rung up significant strikes in this fight, sometimes they tweak it a little bit because, like, sometimes it looks like a strike.
Well,
what isn't?
Like I think it has to be considered like significant strike is something that lands versus like.
Yeah,
where it lands. Like if I just like Ian had high guard and the guy throws a punch and it hits here or it hits here and it gets deflected. Is that significant? It could be considered a landed strike, but is it a significant strike? I don't know.
It's a gray area.
I guess that's going to be something that I need to understand more, especially as a fighter, because maybe I think I'm landing and the judges don't think I'm landing. Number one, what I hate is the fact that if I'm watching a fight and I'm on one side of the cage and they're on the other side of the cage and I hit someone, but they like stumble, it could look like they got rocked. I think the judges should be watching the fight through like a TV where you can see a multiple angles, because who watches a fight like
they
this
can't rewatch
looking in the cage, not rewatch it, watch it live and then black out when it goes to the replay, when they go the replay or whatever. But that's like...
Oh, it was 30-27 by 2 judges for Ian Gary.
30-27?
That's what the comments are saying. 30-27 by 2 judges for Ian Gary.
Yo, okay. We got it. They judged it.
Crazy?
They judged it 30-27, 2 of the judges for Ian Gary. So y'all out there, we need you guys to
look at that comment right there.
Oh,
read it.
Yeah. Bro.
They're really pushing this guy. That's all we'll say. They're pushing.
I don't mind them pushing someone. All right, they pushed O'Malley, but O'Malley didn't have hold on. O'Malley did have a really bad decision.
Piotr Jan.
When he fought Piotr Jan, Jan won that fight. I don't care what nobody. You can go back and watch that fight. I was watching that fight, and I'm like, there's no way he won that fight. But it says, all right. It says now we call our April fight knockout fast as bleep. And it says minus the above. He said the judges always suck. What up, Jaden? All right.
Yeah, the judges always suck. And Dana White has a saying. He goes, "Never leave your fight in the hands of the judges."
That's the biggest thing. Unless like I absolutely mopped an opponent. I've had 2 of my fights go to the judges. One I knew was close, and I couldn't help it. I fought a high. Me and Alexander Shank fought. I'm like, yo, me and Alexander Shank fought. Shout out to Alexander Shank, my homie from another division. We not in the same weight class, but we decided to fight anyway on UFC Fight Pass. My first fight ever on Fight Pass, and we went down to West Palm Beach and absolutely tore it up. All right, we won fight of the night, and that was the only fight. Like I knew in that third round, he started like pressuring and coming, like picking up the pace. And it was just like kind of a war thing, like standing toe to toe. I ate a head kick. He threw a flying knee. I went for a takedown. I caught him with some good stuff.
Same output,
right? He output more than me in that third round. In the second round, I took him down. I caught some good shots. I took him down, and I ground and pound. I had good ground and pound from the back mount position, top side control, top half guarded, and another position. And at the end, I found out that one of the judges gave me that round 10-8 because of it. And I was like, boom. I was like, at the end, I was like, I felt I won the fight. He felt he won the fight. But we're both fighters.
When you're getting hit in the head,
but we're both standing at the end with our hands like, nah, I won, you won. He's like, I won, you won. But I got scored a 10-8 because I got the takedown. I had him down on the ground for 2+ minutes. But I wasn't doing no little. Yeah. I was throwing like bombs, and I was going for rear naked chokes and submissions and stuff like that. So that made me, one judge gave me a 10-8, even though everybody else scored it 10-9, but it still was in my favor. But on the point system, that gave me the bump.
Right.
I don't know how he got 30-27. Two judges
scored it 30-27. I'm trying to see what the other judge scored it for. I think it was 29-28 on the other judge. Let me see. Let's see. Well, you know verdict MMA, right? The global scorecard, the world, the people who score the fights on their own, score the first 2 rounds for Jeff Neal and the third round for Ian Gary.
What? I thought Jeff Neal won the first 2 rounds.
No. First 2 rounds for Jeff Neal.
Oh, okay.
Third round
for Gary. So that's what I was saying.
That's what the world who's scoring this fight scored it
29-38. When we was going into the 3rd round, I said Jeff Neal is up.
Big screen.
Yeah, Jeff Neal is up by 2 rounds.
Gotta crop out this dang comment.
Okay, let's see
the verdict scorecard.
All right. In a recent interview, Henry Cejudo mentioned that he would retire if he lost this fight. Do you think? Boom. Is that it? Let's see it.
I'm trying to get it on there.
Boom. That's the scorecard.
2 rounds for Jeff. 3rd round for Ian.
Boom. I don't see how they did that. Two rounds for Jeff, 1 round for Ian, but the judging scored it. 2 of the judges scored it 3 rounds for Gary. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it. We got Paulo Costa versus Robert Whittaker. Super excited about this fight. I'm finally glad Paulo Costa's back in the ring. He must be bald himself.
Yeah, he is. The secret juice.
The secret juice. Hey, Paulo, I got some extra hair, bro. I can lend it to you. It'll grow back. I'm not using the secret juice, so
I think this will go 3 rounds as well.
All right, Emiliano Herrera asked, in a recent interview, Henry Cejudo mentioned that he would retire if he lost his fight. Do you think he meant it? I thought if he lost his fight, he would retire as well. And the fact that he said that in an interview, I think for a person who has a fight legacy, obviously fighters never want to go out on a loss. So that might be something he doesn't want to do. But if he doesn't have any kind of legacy fights that he can fight, meaning like being a title contender or a title fight, something that's going to be big, I don't think he'll stick around for it. He's been doing martial arts since he was like 5-6 years old. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's a two weight division champ in flyweight and bantamweight in the UFC. He's beat some of the best, and will go down in combat sports history as being one of the top combat sports athletes of all time. Future Hall of Famer. Like that's who he is. And if there's not legacy stuff for him to do, I don't think that he'll stick around and keep fighting. What are your opinions on fighters using gimmicks at press? When you say gimmicks, do you mean like props and stuff?
Bringing the pillows.
Conferences to hype up their fight. I'm a prop guy. If I got good props, I'll bring them. All right. We had one of my previous opponents bring the little Dragon Ball Z Scourer out. I think if it's done in good taste. Hey, when I was an amateur for 2 or 3 of my fights, I walked out with masks. So at my first amateur fight in Atlanta, which was my 3rd or 4th amateur fight, my 4th amateur fight, which was my first amateur fight in Atlanta, I walked out to the Mortal Kombat theme song, and I had a scorpion mask on, and I walked out with that. And then my next fight in Atlanta, I was just in another place mentally for that fight. So I walked out with a clown mask, a very scary clown mask, just the top. And I also walked out to the Purge announcement, basically saying that murder is legal. So basically what's about to happen is about to be sanctioned murder is basically what my message was as I walked out. So it was a dubstep, like a EDM remix of the Purge announcement. So it was the Purge announcement, and as I'm walking out, all you hear is and a bunch of my fans came out, and I told them to wear Purge masks. So there were people in the actual crowd wearing Purge masks as I walked out, and then I ended up winning that fight in 27 seconds. So maybe I need to start coming out with a mask again. You might see it. Yo. That clown was pretty. Oh, hey, it was like a half clown face, so you just saw like my smile and beard, but this crazy like half clown. It's on.
You're right. You're in another state for that.
Do I still have that mask? Yeah. Nah, I'll probably wear it. But I think props can be cheesy. I think sometimes fighters think think things are cool, and then when you do it, it's like, that's not as cool as I thought it was. But
It's gotta be funny.
I think props, it has to be in the moment. I think part of the banter in the what's the next walkout? I actually been planning this walkout for like 3 years. So, hey, and speaking of walkouts, y'all know I walked out to Suave Mente that first UFL fight. And then shout out to my man Eddie Abasolo for going over to Thailand. Him and Luke the Chef Lisi. We had Silky Smooth versus the Chef. And based off the names, it doesn't sound like it would be that entertaining. But these guys represented America over there in Thailand and put on an absolute show for one championship. Yesterday. It was just absolutely insane. It was awesome to watch. They represented America very well over there in Thailand with high-level Muay Thai, and they are the top of the food chain when it comes to Muay Thai in America as far as competing. You can't just go over to somebody else's country and think you're about to beat them at their own sport. But these guys are absolute savages. And then shout out to Eddie Abasolo because he came out with Suavemente. So it was just like, it was fire. But as far as my next walkout, I've been planning what up, Sal? That's my big bro. I've been planning my walkout probably since I went pro in 2020. So I've had this particular song planned for my walkout for almost 4 years. And I knew I was going to walk out to it because I knew I would have this opportunity. I knew I would be fighting for a belt. And I said, when, not if, but when I fight for my first big pro title, this is the song that I will walk out to. And I normally tell people I don't pick the songs beforehand. I let the song pick me. But every time I play this song when I'm preparing for a fight, it speaks to what's about to happen. So when I walk out to that fight in California, April 26th for UFL 4 for that bantamweight champ. Yep, date confirmed. I'm dropping it right here, right now. All right, right outside of Sacramento in Thunder Valley Casino. All right, that's where we're fighting. I will be on the main card, trying to push up to that main event. When I walk out to this song, I think everybody is going to have nostalgia. They are going to have no choice but to sing along. And maybe I'll bring out a mask for this one. Who knows? All right.
But we go. Starting it off.
Yes. Is it Phil Collins? I love that song. But I feel like so many fighters walk out to In the Air in the Night that I can't do it because it's just like, like everybody's doing it. I don't want to be like everybody else. That's why all my walkouts are different.
Rob's chest is already red from beating it before the fight's even started.
All right.
He landed a nice jab.
Yeah, we got
leg kick.
Bo, dude, he really is bold, and he going through it, bro.
Another outside leg kick.
Dude, you should see they had a face off, a picture of them, and it was like, this is obviously not seeing the bald spot, but just them like facing forward. They was like, man, this is the fight that looks like the most handsome fight. It was like fight for who can be the most handsome, and it was like him with the beard looking all chiseled, and then Paulo looking all clean.
Dude, I swear Robert hasn't aged a day. Like,
yeah, bro, he looks the same since he first started
at all. Like, he does not look any older.
Dude, I'm excited to see Paulo Costa get back to the physical Paulo Costa we saw when he first came in, just mopping up the division. When he was fighting, bro, like that kind of stuff there. Just heavy.
He got some ring rust, though. He didn't fight at all last year, so let's see how he does after sitting out for a while.
Sometimes it's ring rust, but sometimes fighters need that because fighters go from fight to fight to fight to camp to camp to camp. You get injured and worn down, and you need a little bit of time to. Yeah. Bro, he is throwing bombs. Boom. Is it Phil Collins? No, it is not Phil Collins. But I do like that song. I can see it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord.
Not much wrestling going on tonight. A lot of standing and banging. They really knew what they were doing.
Hey, when you saw this card, I didn't see it really being a lot of grappling in it.
There's not. I mean, I thought with Merab and Cejudo we see a good bit, but not as much as
I thought with that we would see good wrestling exchanges. We wouldn't see a lot of staying down. Because you saw anytime they did stay down, LA was down. Any space opened up, boom, it was right back up. Oh,
right.
Rob's pull counters are
that 1-2 head kick.
Oh yeah, the 1-2 when he does the drop overhead kick.
You just got to look out.
Oh, that was a good calf kick. That was a good calf kick. So I think we're gonna have precision versus physical.
This is a very razor thin round so far.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be precision versus physicality. Like Paulo Costa's
very durable.
Physicality. Yeah, bro.
He's very durable.
Bro, he's one of the only people to actually go with Yoel Romero. Izzy fought Yoel Romero, but they didn't do a lot of fighting.
No.
They didn't do a lot of fighting. But he fought Yoel Romero. And this is the Paulo Costa. This is the Paulo Costa that I wanted to see go against Shamayev. No, Shamayev. I was so upset that he got injured.
Shamayev can't even fight in the U.S. anymore, apparently.
What?
He's having visa issues. That's why the last time he fought Usman in Abu Dhabi, that was the last time he fought. He's having issues with a visa, so he's not able to fight in the U.S., apparently. I've heard a lot of things about it. He's not allowed to come in the U.S. for some weird reason.
He's doing this really good step jab, drop the head, and then coming back up top. I'm gonna have to add that to the arsenal. We're talking about techniques.
I mean, it's even exchanges here and there. They're getting a little bit here and there, but someone's got to get a takedown or something.
Whitaker has his eyes on something because he's landed that jab. First, he landed the overhand right. Then he landed the jab feint, and then that touch style left hook, and now he's combined that touch style left hook with the overhand. I think he's read something.
He hasn't thrown that 1-2 head kick, which he usually does that like 3 times around.
Oh, nice. Good blitz.
It's very even exchanges here.
Oh. And I didn't even pick for this fight.
Paul's kind of nice inside leg kick.
Dude, look at this. No, you see the overhand? I'm telling you. If that overhand catches, I've never seen Paulo rocked. Have we seen Paulo rocked?
Yoel Romero's
hit him, but he didn't like.
Izzy's rocked him a good bit.
Yeah, but that was like accumulation. I'm talking about hit and.
Not really. No, he's durable. I mean, he can take hits pretty well.
Oh,
he's a real stocky guy.
All right,
it'll take a lot to put him out.
Oh, it says, what are your personal and professional goals for 2024 in the UFC? Well, I don't currently fight for the UFC. I fight for the UFL. One letter off. But right now, my current goals for my MMA career in 2024. Stop! He hit Robert with a spinning heel kick. Oh, my God.
Saved by the bell.
Woo!
You didn't need that.
that was close.
Yeah, he did not need that.
Woo! Okay.
He was lucky here.
I get to meet my niece. My next fight. It says you earned that.
Oh my God! There's a replay.
Oh, bro. Oh, he thought it was going to the body. He thought it was going to the body. He barely was standing.
Oh, that looked like
that, bro. That was rough.
No,
boom.
He's gonna go crazy. Straight right now.
7 at 2. It's just. Well, I can't wait to meet. Definitely, I need to meet the family. Let me meet the family. All right. It says, what are your personal and professional goals 2024? All right. Yeah. Back to what I was at. So my MMA goals for 2024 is to put a stamp on this UFL right here, on this UFL Grand Prix, all right, and finish the last fight that I have for the title. Obviously, the goal is to go do my job and be the first UFL bantamweight champ in UFL history. And after that is I would like to fight 2 more times this year. And if I get a nice little pop, make quick work of one of those fights, I'd like to fight a 4th time and get some good momentum going in and see how we can build on the UFL and what opportunities could open up for me. I don't know, UFC, Bellator, PFL. There are a lot of open doors out there, but it starts with that first fight. So the goal is to have 3 fights this year. The first fight, go get the belt, level up, be the face of the bantamweight division for the UFL, and then get 2 more victories to expand my opportunities as a mixed martial artist for other options such as UFL, PFL, Bellator, unless the UFL continues to boom, 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 explode, and your boy, pow, 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 will be the face. hey, you don't want to do shit you're doing. You gotta hold it. Hope and want don't exist. We do it. You're right. We don't use the word hope. We're doing it. Boom. All right, this is a good fight. So based off of just I had Whitaker winning that round until he got rocked.
There was more output from Whitaker, but what he landed was really significant. Paul landed a lot of significant stuff.
I know, but it was like 33% or 35% to 55% strikes, and then he catches him with that one bomb. Yeah. And that's always the hard thing to judge. You're winning a fight for 4 minutes, and it's close, and then you're pulling away, and the dude hits you with a hard shot, and then now you're like, that round is now up in the air.
Oh, what happened? Next shot? Looks like it is cut, maybe.
Was it a cup or
I think it was a cup. No, it looks like his eye's okay. I think it's just a cup.
Oh, okay.
Oh, eye. I think it's his eye.
Okay, I thought I saw his hand go out. Look, his eye is a little bit red.
Yeah, I think he poked him.
Oh!
He used his thumb.
It wasn't on purpose. He did this, but it just caught the edge of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like his little blitz style. Which is, he has that karate background.
Yeah.
He is crushing his calf kick, by the way, too.
He's got to get a little bit more diversity though. Like he's not hitting the body at all. One shot to the body there.
Because he's landing it to the head. If you're landing to the head,
I get that. I just feel if he can hit that body, he's gonna wear his juice out a little bit. I think
secret juice.
Although he's durable, right? He's got pretty decent endurance, and you got to wear this guy out. Look at him. He's
but look at the way that little jab feint that he's doing with the level
change. Can take more damage than Rob can. He can.
He can, but look, that's also if you also have to think about his martial arts background coming from karate style background. Not like Wonder Boy, right? He's still a real high level mixed martial artist, but if he's tagging him, ding, 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 he'll keep doing that because he knows it's going to continue to add up the significant strikes and
he is doing really well this round,
dude. That calf kick is crushing. Look at the way he's walking now. He's really.
He should take advantage of this streak he's got right here while he can.
It's making it look. It's that calf kick is slowing his movement down. His head's getting way easier because before he was evading and like pulling out, but now he's so lead leg heavy. He's like, dude. Dude, them calf kicks hurt so bad.
Yeah, you felt that one.
And that's how you know when you're catching somebody hard in the calf, because then they try to hit you back in the calf kick. Look at the significant strikes. It's almost double.
39 to 22.
According to these judges, watch them give it to Costa. Split decision.
You never know.
That's crazy. Does it hurt?
So they're going to see the blood on Whitaker, and look at that. They're going to look at small little cues. I mean, I'm surprised they look at the blood on Ian's face, but that's another time.
Boom. It says, does it hurt if someone hits your body? Yes, it absolutely does. All right, but most of the time it's just poker face in there. If they catch you off guard is when it really hurts. But if you see it coming and you tense or you block, even if it catches you and you tense up, it doesn't hurt as bad. But over the course of 1, 2, 3 rounds, you start to drain your gas tank.
Oh, it would have been nasty.
What up, John? Boom. Oh, it says there's been a lot of talk about mental health in the sport. Do you manage the pressure that comes with being a professional? How do you manage the pressure that comes with being a professional athlete? Oh, that's a good one. I think everybody manages the pressure differently. There is a lot of pressure from fighting, but that's something that you have to accept because ultimately nobody put a gun to your head and made you fight. Like you choose to fight, and you know that with fighting, there comes that pressure. It comes the attention from the media, and you have that internal pressure as well. So the lights, the stage, the cameras, the action, that's what everybody wants, but they don't understand that also comes with a lot of pressure as well. With that pressure, some people tend to thrive in it, and other people, it doesn't faze them at all. And for some people, it kind of hurts their performance or hurts the way they prepare for certain fights because they'll get in the head like, oh, my God, what if I lose or what if I do this or what if I do that? I think staying true to who you are can allow you to navigate the pressure accordingly. Every fighter deals with pressure differently. I manage my pressure by staying consistent throughout camp to who I am. So I have different things that I like to do between visualizing, walking, reading, writing, and I also remind myself that I choose this, that I don't have to fight. I get to fight. I chose to do this because this is something that I wanted to do. And at any point in time, if I decide I don't want to do it, I don't have to. But it says those F3 drinks get you through the get you through those tough, mentally draining days. There we go. Y'all heard it.
They taste.
How do you get through the pressure? F3 gets me through the pressure. All right. The peach mood eases my mind. Then we have the citrus clarity, allows me to think. The tropical theory gives me the fuel I need to crush the day and crush my opponents. Shout out to F3.
Crush each other now. I give Rob that second round, but we could be looking at another split here. The way judges see it tonight.
Nah, hey, bro, don't even talk that up. If it's another split decision, I'm gonna lose it, bro. I think Robert. Well, hold on. I was just about to say that first round could have gone to Costa because of the way he rocked him. So if in the worst case scenario, if it was like a close call, right now it could be one round for Costa, one round for Whitaker. And whatever happens in this round will determine who wins.
I think the output is really going to be what Robert needs to secure it.
If he continues,
and maybe a takedown. Come on, throw the takedown.
If he continues, if he continues, he just eats those shots.
He does.
He ate that head kick from Yoel Romero like it. No, Yoel Romero ate his head kick, but he also ate some bombs from Yoel Romero that was just like, how are you still standing?
I don't know. The secret juice thing's starting to become more true.
Paulo's secret juice.
I really want to know what's in it.
Steroids.
The most test fighters, so they clearly can't be. Hey, it's got to be something they haven't tested for yet.
Hey, his hair ain't falling out for no reason.
He checked that
leg kick. And he caught him on the chin.
He checked it real well. But look at Rob's leg. Rob's leg is beaten up quite a bit. He's blitzing him quite a good bit still.
All right, let's see. We got a couple questions. Oh man, see, I gotta keep my eyes on this. We'll answer the questions. We'll answer the questions in just a second. We got
another leg kick. By Rob. Rob's steady.
He's like, come on.
Paulo trying to have him push the pace. He's like, fight for the center, fight for the center. He's pointing on the ground saying, fight for the center. Let's go. Rob's like, nah, screw that. I'm trying to win.
Nah. Hey, fight your fight. You can't let another fighter take you out of the fight, right?
He's trying to control where he goes.
Right now, Robert Whitaker is he's fighting his fight, and I think if he continues to fight his fight for another 2.5 minutes, he wins this fight.
He needs to put some distance from the back of that cage. He needs to get away from the corner there. He needs to stay in the middle where he's not going to get caught up against the cage. That's not a good spot to be.
Boom. He has good footwork, and he cuts angles pretty well, and his timing is pretty good on his entries like that right there. That little jab, feint, level change, and then jab again. Oh,
this is a
okay. We got.
Another one.
Paulo's
legs are surprisingly durable. I mean, the output for the third round is
significant strikes. Significant strikes.
13-12 for 13 being Whitaker.
See, and that's what I'm saying. 12 strikes significantly.
I don't know. Not a lot. I would say kicks mainly.
Yeah, but they're getting blocked. I guess if it gets blocked, it's still counted as significant, though.
Yeah, because they did that in the Izzy Strickland fight. Like, they counted a lot of Izzy's leg kicks that Sean checked as significant. Yeah. They might have done that the same here. But
well, we got 90 seconds.
If someone gets rocked in this round, that's significant.
It's gonna. He almost landed it again. It's like he's not seeing that read when he does the spinning heel kick.
Yeah,
because his head just stayed there.
Keep doing what he's doing. Keep blitzing, getting here in and out. Every time he stuns him with that outside leg kick, like it's showing. It is showing for like a brief second, and I think that's going to contribute to him getting this round. He's landing something, and it's showing
that jab, and then the jab. The level change, the little dip, jab, dip, and then coming back over the top. That's slick.
Rob is just a tough dude, man. He's so tough.
Boom. He's like
45 seconds left in the third round.
Gingerly walking on that leg. Dude, he is tearing that calf kick up, bro.
It seems like he's not struggling with it. Like, Rob seems to be a little bit lighter on that front leg.
Well, that's how he fights. You see the way he's moving with it?
Oh. We're seeing more head strikes from Whitaker in round 3, 16-9. 20 seconds left.
Well, we got Whitaker by decision, 29-28.
I feel the same way. Let's hope the judges do.
Well, 10 seconds. Paulo's about to go crazy.
Paulo's going crazy.
Boom.
For the takedown.
Oh, he tried to fake it.
Doesn't execute. 2 seconds. That's it.
Oh, he should have did the takedown fake before. All right. Bang.
Let's see how global.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got. We got a couple questions.
Yeah.
How do you adapt the adaptations from Thailand with no outsides and everything like that? Or straight through the pipe? Whoa! Meaning 3s and 6s and 5s. Or you mean like the types of combinations? How do you adapt? How do you adapt the adaptations from Thailand with no outsides and everything? Is straight or up through the pipe? Bro, I don't know what you're saying right there. Meaning 3s and 6s and 5s.
He's on that secret juice.
Essentially, no Tika. I have no that. Essentially, no 3s and 6s and 5s. So anytime I train a martial art that, no Tika. Anytime I train a martial art where they kind of strip certain things and you have to be focused on that one martial art. When I go back to MMA, I take things that I can use from that martial arts, like the Muay Thai, and then I implement what I can use or adapt to my MMA style from that martial art. So when I take whatever my outside striking or calf kicks or things like that, like for instance, a calf kick doesn't work in Thailand because the stance is so straight up that they'll just check that their legs are light on their lead foot. And you get that checked all the time. But I use the calf kick in MMA all the time because my stance is a lot lower. One thing I adopted since coming back from Thailand is a lot of elbows, clinch work, and body kicks. Like you saw in the UFL 3 fight, in this fight against Valdivia in that second round, I threw a ton of body kicks from southpaw, from orthodox, and I've thrown I've thrown significant amount of kicks in previous fights, but not nearly as much as I did in that fight. And it did make a huge difference because it started to move him out of his range and his space and allow me to do more things. So you just take what you need from that martial art and then you put it into what you have to do. Oh, shout out the Top Guns in there. I allegedly saw that fight. Yeah, you was at that fight. Okay.
Robert, the Reaper.
Boom.
It off.
Told you. Well, I told you the last one it didn't work, but that one I was right. All right. How important is it for fighters to have platforms like Millions for brand building and sponsorship opportunities? I think it's vitally important because as a fighter, number one, you want to be good at fighting. So the majority of the things that take up your time are going to be training. So partnering with companies like Millions, they can allow your reach to get far beyond whatever your current reach is. So say you have 10,000 Instagram followers. When you pair up with someone like a company like Millions, they can get your reach to reach 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 60,000 other people and other platforms that may not have ever heard of you. And that gives you more opportunities to have sponsorships like F3 or like one of my streams, I had Tostitos. You can work with sponsorship with Tostitos. You work with sponsorships with Grubhub. I did some stuff for Powerade. It's like, hey, when they put this out there, they're going to be in contact with a lot of the companies and things like that you as a fighter might not have the team or are able to leverage your fight brand currently at the moment as you're up and coming. So I think it's vitally important if you're an up and coming athlete who takes fighting or whatever sport serious and you plan on going places, to get with Millions because they can help get you in touch and in contact with other big sponsors, and that can open up the door for more opportunities for you to grow, not just in your sport, but also make revenue and have business opportunities outside of your sport, which is very important. Boom. Future UFL champ. You already know. All right. Boom, boom. Number one thing people do is undersell themselves. Yeah. Hey, I like to tell people I don't undersell myself. I sell exactly who I am, but I make sure I over-deliver every time. I'm going to tell you who I am, and I'm going to do my best to give you more than I promised. But I'm not going to oversell and underdeliver. That's not something that I am accustomed to doing. Boom. How does watching these fights influence your approach to training and strategy for future bouts? Anytime I'm watching UFC fights, especially guys that are close to my weight class, it has a big influence on not just my training, but when I see the guys at the top level, I'm also looking for people who have similar body types or similar athletic builds or similar fighting styles, things that they do well that I can adapt. And then I also look at, hey, what opponents defeated them and what were the weak areas that they got exploited. So it allows me to kind of bridge the training gap between myself and other opponents. And I think it helps a lot. All right. I think film study is a huge part of fighting. A lot of fighters don't necessarily do enough. And then after you do your film study, you have to go put that into effect. So watching other fighters, because we're all training 4, 5, 6, 7 different martial arts in order to put them all on display. So you might be good at doing these things, but seeing another fighter in your similar weight class with similar attributes do something that works for them, you might say, let me give that a shot and let me try that out. And that can also help you grow as a fighter. That's kind of how I think like the domino effect works for that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now y'all got the questions flying in. I like it. Boom. Hey, can you pass me that Lunar Unlimited? Yeah. All right. So y'all know it's still winter time. All right. So far, nobody's guessed the right picks for how these fights are finishing.
Oh, I got it on verdict here. I should have entered in this contest. Look, I got 3 out of the 4.
You got 3 out of the 4
so far.
But besides the first one, the knockout, right? That's the only one you didn't get.
That one. Yeah.
Right, there you go. All right. So look, I still have hoodies. All right. I got the Lunar Unlimited hoodies. Okay. Wow. This is the first design that I came up with, and it's still one of my favorite. We got the traditional Lunar Unlimited, and it's got like a gradient, right? Like the same way, like when you're looking at the moon, it goes from dark to light gray. So there's like a shadow casting in the actual text. It's one of my favorites, the original. Then we have the Lunar Unlimited, the Eclipse version. And if y'all are on the Millions platform and you scroll down, you can see the rest of my merchandise. Check out the merchandise. My shirt for my title fight, the Welcome to the Moon Show shirt, is available. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. And word on the street is there will be a podcast dropping soon. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for the podcast. All right. So far, we haven't had to do any giveaways because nobody got anything right. So y'all start dropping the fight prediction for the last fight. We are on the last fight now. It is Ilya versus Volk, and they will be walking to the octagon shortly. Right now, they're doing their promo.
Yeah.
Any more of these?
Oh, yeah. I think there's a little bit left. Go ahead. I already destroyed a good bit of them.
You mind if I crush them?
No, you got it.
All right.
I've had enough of them already.
Snack break.
What an intermission. But look, Ilya's known for being a great striker, but he's got more submissions than he does knockouts. That's something that should not be overlooked. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to take Volk down. I'm not saying
who's the last person to take Volk down?
I'm just saying that it shouldn't be overlooked. That is a higher stat that he has. But I'm saying, look, Ilya is not more than likely not going to try to submit Volk because, look, Islam didn't even try to submit him in the second fight, right? And if Islam, the guy...
Ortega couldn't do it. I
mentioned that in the
Ortega, Team City.
I'm releasing a fight prediction video about that. I was talking about, what's his name? Volkanovski. But, no one's going to try and submit him, but if Volk shows wear and tear from that last fight.
I think the person who had the best chance of doing it, that doesn't mean it can't happen. Also, it's way easier to submit someone once you got them rocked or hurt. So, you can commit some kind of damage and it does go down and they start, panic wrestling and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Ilya did to Bryce Mitchell, right? He pieced him up on the feet and then took advantage of him while he was out. But
Bryson,
I don't see him
Bryson
doing
Volk.
No. I'm just doing the.
Hey, Bryson's a man, though. I do like Bryson.
Volk by decision, but you never count a man out.
Never.
And you always got to account for other possibilities. And I'm just trying to account for what I know could be slightly possible, because I see Volk playing a very strategic, cautious fight, and it's going to go the distance, I think. I think he's going to really...
I don't ever see Volk as cautious. I see him as strategic, and when the opportunity opens up, he strikes.
I think he's going to be cautious of Ilya's striking, though, in this fight. I think so.
Bro, you remember, he's cleaned out... Hold on. Was he cautious? I think he's cautious of everyone striking. But think about this. Do you think Ilya has better striking than Yair Rodriguez?
No, that would be a great matchup, honestly. That's a really...
Remember what Yair did to Josh Emmett?
Yeah, I remember. I remember Ilya beat up Josh Emmett for 5 rounds as well.
Hold on. Okay. Yair put Emmett away.
Yeah, he
also,
jungle.
When's the last time you saw Max Holloway convert to wrestling? Yair's the only one to do it.
But, dude, you got to admit, Yair and Ilya, that's a great matchup.
Oh, no, I think it's a great matchup.
But, yeah,
maybe if he doesn't win this fight, that'll be something.
That would be great.
That would be that'd be nuts. Do that on like a co-main event or something? You can make it a main event. You can make that
But no,
I think you can make that
maybe a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
that's a really big fight. I get what you're saying there. But, I mean, Ilya has not been beaten. And like I said, he hasn't faced a Volk. But we're really about to see the biggest test of his career.
Dude, 512 wins. He said, my crew was awesome. Whenever I left Thailand, he was Rod Champ. 512 wins? He said, okay, guy, last day, let's go. So we went. Wrestling matters. Wrestling is winning this. All right, Ilya is walking out to the cage.
In the red gloves this time. He's got red all in his promos, red roses. He's going to leave a rose. I mean, you saw the promos he's been putting out. He's dropping roses everywhere. You'd have thought it was Valentine's Day. And he's stealing his belt in the pre-fight interviews. He's got some confidence.
This is the last one.
No, go ahead. I've had like 4. So. Dude, I crush these things.
Yeah, we are crushing.
I wish they sold them in like 24s.
Yeah.
Because I go through them. It's like, it helps me not snack so much. It's just like...
Yeah, because
it's no sugar, no low calorie. It's like 15 milligrams of sodium. It's like 0 calories, I think.
Yeah.
And it's 0 calories.
Because it's bubbly, like it'll stop you from like...
Yeah, it's a great way to mitigate from eating when you're hungry.
What do you think is the most technically... Or who do you think is the most technically skilled fighter in the UFC today? I feel like it's a cop-out, but I keep saying it. Like,
no, Volk is up there.
Volk is that guy. I think his rise to stardom, we just mentioned it, like, when they were, like, he outstriked the strikers. Obviously, let's not look at the last Islam fight. I don't want to just, like, erase that, but he also took that 10 days
Look
notice.
At the first fight. I think people are...
He wrestled with Islam. Like...
Islam couldn't do. I really thought that.
All right, so let's do this. If we had to take Volk out of it, who do you think is the most technically skilled fighter in the UFC today? I think the one that was the most technically skilled does no longer fights for the UFC, and his name is Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. All right, he's no longer there. So let's go to the next person. Striking and grappling. Obviously, I'm looking at Chance
a little bit. Izzy a little bit.
If you said the most technically skilled, he's probably a specialist because he's a striker.
Counter striker though.
No, I'm saying, but he would be considered a striker. So I'm thinking he would be a specialist. When you say technically skilled, I'm thinking someone who has skill set in multiple areas. I would say Islam because he strikes and he can grapple.
Yeah.
And he's gonna sub you. Islam is a good bet. Let's move up to the one
Shaka.
Shavkat's good, but he's probably not the most technically skilled. We talked about him getting hit in the face a lot.
Yeah. But in his offense,
he finishes a lot. He finishes a lot, but I wouldn't.
100% finishing rate.
But that doesn't mean you're most technical because you finish a lot.
Yeah.
He could be up there, but I think that there are people more technical than him. I'm going up the division.
Yeah.
170. Leon. Leon's one of the most technical guys. He's literally one of the most technical guys. He's not the strongest. He's not the fastest. He does all the little things right. He strikes right. He counter wrestles right. He was wrestling Colby Covington last time. Like, took him takedowns. He took Kamaru Usman down. Let's go to the next division, 185. Ooh. Robert. But I got one. We're gonna go right to 205. Not in 205. Heavyweight. Stipe. Stipe is super technical. He does a lot of striking, but he can strike and he can wrestle and he can grapple. I think like you're gonna get more technical the lower weight classes you get, but I think as of right now,
Jamal Hill, kind of.
I wouldn't put him as most technical.
I mean, I wouldn't most, but like he's up there. He's pretty technical. I mean, think about how he
I wouldn't even put him in that conversation.
I think he defends takedowns really well. He's pretty good with the striking. I mean, we just haven't really seen him as tested in as much of a light, you know?
If you was to say, okay, you're putting technicians, the most technical guys, you put Izzy, you're putting Volk, you're putting Islam, you put in people who are currently fighting, Leon. I'm not putting Jamal Hill in there.
I get that. I mean, he's not at the top of my list.
Yeah,
but like, I think give him. He just came. He's the first champion off the Dana White's Contender Series. He's still young. Like this guy's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think he would have to put a lot more work in.
Yeah, I mean he's injured now, but I think he's going to be a problem for the division.
Who do you think is going to win out of Ryan and Ty? Oh, that's gonna.
Wait.
No, Ryan and Ty. These are guys who are fighting for the UFL.
What division is that?
They're 185ers, right? Ty the Savage and then Ryan Loader. Is it Loader? And nobody told me I had chips in my beer. Y'all just let me save it for later. Says we already know we already know you're winning. Personally, apologize for voice text. I was wondering why. I was like, some of this stuff I couldn't understand, like some of the stuff, but like the voice chat be messing me up sometimes too. Is this insider trading because I'm fighting in the tournament for the UFL, even though we're not in the same weight class? Personally, I think Ty, because he's more dynamic, he can do multiple different things, and I saw the fights with him and Shane, which were absolutely ridiculous. I know Ryan Loader's wrestling is really good. He's a collegiate level wrestler, but I don't think his striking is on point. We saw that when he fought the Alchemist in the last fight. He is susceptible to getting touched up, and we know when Ty throws, he throws with reckless abandon, and he's trying to kill people with every shot. I think it'll be a good matchup, obviously, because it's for a title fight, but I think Ty wins that one.
He comes from a land down under. I knew that's the song he was walking out to. Like, there's no way he was walking out to any other song.
Is that what he walked out to?
I'm
pretty sure.
We'll see when we can actually listen, but 85. I guarantee that's what he walked out to.
All right, y'all. This is the last time. Submit your pick. This is a 5-round fight between Volk and Tuporia. All right. Oh, like both waiting at the same, and he has the reach advantage.
He's the shortest guy, but's got the longest arms. So weird.
I'm the same height as both of these guys. I'm an inch taller than Volk. How is he 214 pounds, bro?
He was a stocky dude back
then.
Dude,
that is nuts.
I don't know how you lose all that weight though. And just
when you're playing that sport, you're actually going to be like bigger. Obviously, he just walks around in the 70s.
170, yeah. But still, you're losing another.
That's 40 pounds. That's a lot.
That's a lot of weight.
When he first started fighting, he didn't fight at 45.
Yeah, he won like 170 or 185.
He said he was fighting. He did 185 and 170. I don't know if he said 185. I know he said he fought at 170.
I think that's the one time he got knocked out. And
that's like the one he lost.
Yeah.
And then after that, he started making his weight down, making his weight down. So it's lifestyle choices. Since I'm 5'8" and have a 74. God darn, 74. I don't even know what my wingspan is. I know the UFL put it on the last one, and I was like, I never knew my wingspan. And I'm like, to this day, I'm like,
I don't know mine either.
I'm like, all right, boom, you fully extend that
punch. I
punch.
can't measure it myself. I need like a
you need to fully extend that punch. Ooh. But all right,
I should hear Bruce Buffer just destroying the mic right now. It's
time. Somebody said, "Who's the best dressed in the UFC?" I said, "Bruce Buffer."
He does have the cleanest suit.
I skipped all the fighters and went straight to Bruce Buffer.
He does have the cleanest.
I was like,
he gets them tailored. Like he goes to each city. He's like, all right, I'm doing this city. I want it to like.
He has his own brand, and he's part owner of Millions.
He's got a cologne.
If I'm not mistaken, he's part owner of Millions platform. Am I correct on that? Am I correct on that? Part owner of the Millions platform. I don't want to be lying out here. Boom. I'm a knee
trigger. He's got his own
Bro, you be walking around, your hands be dragging your knees. We got a guy in our gym. We call him Iron Body. His name is Emery, and he's like 6'3", 6'4", and in the middle of technique, our coach just goes, "Emery, stand up, touch your knees." And bro, his hands are like way down there. I was like, bro, ain't no way, bro. His reach is ridiculous, and he's a good striker too. He's fucking peppering people up. Boom, 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 boom. 14-0. And the crazy part is he's an underdog, but not by much.
No.
105, that's nothing.
And they're all accounting Volk's last fight in it too. They're counting a lot of things into it. They're getting all the things and putting that into the bag.
If it's one thing we know mentally. Look at it. Look.
Oh, mentally
Volk is just he's that guy.
Watch the press conference. Dude, Ilya just seemed kind of out of it. You can see like he's like Volk's like just playing into the whole old guy. And he's like, dude, I've been here a million times. Like, you're not going to do anything to me that anyone else hasn't done. You know?
Oh, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I think, look at him. Look at this guy. He had a full camp. He's like, oh, I got this kid. It's easy money.
Dude,
look at this smile.
When he was beating the Korean Zombie, and he was like, y'all see what I'm doing? All right, I'm gonna finish it. Like,
yeah,
bruh. But one of the funniest, I think, one of the most entertaining fighters to watch. I love Max Holloway. He's on my like Mount Rushmore. If you could do like a top 10 Mount Rushmore, not 4, but like when he was beating Ortega, and then he put his hands up like, "Hey, block!" Like,
he's like, "That was like."
And then when he fought, the dude from Boston.
Oh,
Boston Cartel, Calvin Gator. I love that sponsor in the UFC, baby. That right there, that was classic. That was like,
he's like
talking to DC. He's talking crap to DC. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, yo, what up, little bro? Little bro's in the chat. You already know, little bro. Look, winner can get a free case of F3, your flavor. Flavor of your choice gets sent right to you, right? If you can pick who wins and how. Well, what round, obviously. So we got the main event starting now. 5 seconds into it. And hold your questions. I'm going to just watch this. I'm just watch this.
You got another peach mood out to grab.
If it's in the fridge, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's in there. Yeah. The peach and the orange, those are like the recovery drinks are always like the first one's gone. Is there, if you look over there where there are 2 cases on the ground, if there's a case of peach, you can take some. Okay. I don't know if there's any left. The original is raspberry. That's good too. If it says original, the original is raspberry.
Okay, yeah, that's it. I was just looking for raspberry. All right. Anything happen?
No. Volk hit him with a couple inside leg kicks and throw some high kicks to kind of keep the distance.
Yeah, see, he's staying out of range at Taporia.
Yeah.
Volk doing Volk things. That was a
okay.
Nice,
good calf kick. Taporia's being super patient. Okay.
You gotta watch that. Check those kicks. He's switching
He's
stances here. And
well, he did it before. He was going in and out of stances.
Oh, look at that leg already. He's got a little bit of a marking on there.
Yeah, he does.
Better watch out for him.
Calf kicks.
He's throwing them fast.
Ilya looks super just relaxed.
He's very good on the feet. He's got a nice little boxing stance.
Yeah, no, it's so crazy to see him in a boxing stance in MMA and then more of a boxing stance. It's not a complete boxing stance. But then also Volk not throwing the kick. I don't think he wants to throw the low kick to his right because then he'll be an easier target for Taporia to throw combinations. So when you got a guy who's really good at boxing, especially if they're like lead leg heavy, it's kind of baiting you into throwing that kick like that one. If he doesn't get out in time, like when Ilya's going forward, then he can throw like combinations.
This is how I kind of imagine these rounds are going to go. Kind of in short bursts, but mainly stagnant in the earlier rounds. It's not going to pick up till later. I truly think this is going to go the distance.
I said Volk in the third. I think if he gets his timing and his read, he's starting to pull back on that calf kick. I'm trying to figure out what he said. Fake shot. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. He's throwing that lead high kick to kind of. I don't know if he's doing that to just occupy his power hand or if he's using that to set something up. Ooh, see, he's throwing it again from southpaw.
Oh, nice.
Because he's throwing that power hand. I wonder if you see his right the hand is red. If he starts doing a lot of that, he'll take a lot of steam off that right hand. And if he does that, ooh, good elbow.
He's like, yeah, that's good.
Oh, they talking. I like it. I like it.
Oh,
okay.
Outside leg kick.
He switches stances. Ooh. Look at that, bro. His footwork is so good. I told you the way he manages space. Look, see?
Yeah.
Yeet!
Oh,
yeet!
Knee to the body. 2 knees to the body.
Who?
Almost got in the head. It looked like he just missed it.
Oh, good float on the jab. Good switch so you don't get calf kicked on that one. 10 seconds.
Volk recalibrating.
Yeah, I think he's now in downloading stuff.
He's processing everything.
Second round, I think he comes out and puts some of that same inside-outside leg kicks into effect. That was a good round. Though. Even for Ilya.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of blood on his nose there.
Was it that? Do you think it was that elbow when he came in, or the knee?
I don't know.
We'll
it
see
looks
on that.
fresh. It looks like it just happened because I didn't see it on him.
It says, little guy learning how to fight in 2002 from Tim Kennedy and boom. It says during tonight events, what was the one moment that stood out to you as a turning point to the in the fight?
That's the fridge.
Oh, did I leave it open?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Did I? Oh, that was my fault.
Are you good?
All right. One more time. It says, during tonight events, what was one moment that stood out to you as a turning point in a fight?
A lot of them have been close fights. There haven't been any major turning points at any of the fights. I would say they've all been going the distance besides the first one.
Topolov and Hernandez.
I think if there are going to be any turning points, it's going to be in like.
I think this is going to go the distance too. I mean, these guys are really pacing themselves and not really trying to overload.
There is a lot of action. They're just doing it in spurts.
Yeah, it's in spurts, and it's not in too much, not too much volume.
Yeah.
Like it was around like less than 20 significant strikes for both, or around that number. So not too much volume in the first round.
That's kind of common, like for two high level opponents, feeling each other out, trying to get the reads, get comfortable with your opponent's range or power.
I mean, this is a title fight, and I really think that they're not going to push anything crazy until the later rounds. 4 and 5, I think it's going to pick up.
What? Who said 10-9 Ilya on the first round? Come on. Bro.
That was Sal D'Amato.
I don't agree with that.
He's on Twitter.
He's on Twitter.
I started 10-9 with this guy. Y'all check my verdict. Let's see how the world scored that
so far, I don't have any round 3 it ends. Hey, I said the same thing.
No.
I said the same thing.
It is going decision.
There haven't been any major turning points in the fights because they've all been going the distance. So the fights haven't been swayed like one way in anyone's advantage. So there haven't been any like points where they had to turn. They've been pretty even matchups.
Well matched, yeah.
A little bit of bad judging, but they all went the distance besides that first fight. But other than that, I don't know.
We'll scored that first round for Volk on Verdict MMA.
I think Volk had that first round.
Yeah.
10-9. Nothing crazy.
Same. See this round going a little bit of the same, but no one's really gone for a takedown yet. I'm waiting to see the first attempt for that.
Off that first jab that Volk threw early, he slipped and ripped with that right there. Mm-hmm. And then I was waiting. I was waiting.
Said 1-0 Volk.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Kind of
leg kick by Topuria.
And it's so. And this is why I was telling you got to know the rules before you can break the rules, because you're told as a striker, we don't want to be floating to our opponent's power hand. But if you know it's their power hand, you can use it to cut off their power. Or if you have a counter set up, knowing that they're going to throw a cross or an overhand, that's something that you can use in your advantage. You know what I'm saying?
He is really slowly deteriorating that leg, the lead leg of Topuria.
Boom. He's starting to touch him with the jab.
That front left leg, you can see he's beaten up all the way from the top of the middle of the thigh to the bottom of the calf.
Boom. He's found his range. He started land his jab a little bit more. This is good. I think Volk's gonna start to pick it up a little bit.
I think he's just pacing it. He's pacing it. Oh yeah, Topuria's taking some damage.
Yeah, you see his face?
In the face.
But also at the top. Is he cut?
He is cut.
No, not on his nose. I'm talking about on his head.
Not on
forehead.
I think it's on his
nose. Dude, right there. Is it? Look at the top of his hairline. Am I tripping or is it just red?
I'm trying to see. Hold on. I'm trying to brighten this up. That might help.
Is it just red?
It's hard to tell. He's facing the other way. No, it's just red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is nose, I think. He's beating up his nose, though, quite a bit. Ilya, good. Oh! Oh, my gosh! Oh, my gosh. What?
Oh, I didn't see that coming in a million years.
Just like that. It's over.
Oh. Volk just got knocked out. Cold.
He got pushed up against that fence. That's a bad spot for him. It's the same thing in the Islam fight. He was right up against that fence, and look what happened. It didn't happen by a head kick, but when he gets pushed up against right there, it's a terrible spot to be in.
Hold on. I want to see the replay. Hold on.
Oh.
Because of the
Oh, my God. I think it was a left hook, maybe?
Hold on. Boom, body.
It was a left hook.
Wait. It's when he hit the cage.
Oh.
Boom!
Right hook. Dropped him down. Out.
Bro.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Dang. We have a new featherweight champ for the first time in
4 years.
Something like that.
4 years since 2019.
Boom.
Oh my God, he lights out. I mean, that's Chin.
Chin
is gone. Chin is gone.
Everybody, all the top people from Rogan and everyone is saying like, after you get knocked out, you should after you get knocked out, you should take more time off. You shouldn't rush back in there.
But you know, Volk, he's just got wanting to defend. Oh
man.
He literally.
I can't be mad at it. I'm just like, yo.
It's that's insane. He caught him with a good one.
He said, "What was it?" Right hook, bro. That rose. He had a rose.
He brought the rose out. At least he's showing respect. They're hugging. Now,
bro.
It's no bad. No bad blood between these two.
Well, the
passing of the torch.
I don't know just yet.
You think Volk's going to come back for an immediate rematch? I don't think.
He needs some time off.
2 consecutive knockouts.
Yeah.
And being within the first 2 rounds, come on. He needs some time off. And he's 35 years old. You need to really think something through. I mean, he needs to take time off, I think, just from the sport. Really
I think he just needs to give time off for his
well, just like competing, like competing.
He's only been fighting the top level guys for 5 years.
You just got to go back and reevaluate, you know?
Round what? So Ilya knocked out Volk. Round 2. I did not see that coming. I don't know if anybody else saw that coming. Well, I don't know. There were a lot of people that had Ilya by knockout. So
he was the underdog.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Spain and Georgia is going to go wild tonight.
Yeah.
He's born in Spain and grew up in Georgia, I believe.
All right, guys. We will wrap this up. I appreciate everybody for joining us on this live streams. Shout out to Millions. F3. Shout out to F3. Go get you some Lunar Unlimited merch. Yeah, what a night of fights. A lot of them with the distance, but
speechless.
The one fight literally had me speechless. I did not see that coming. It was just like a boom. It was so man, I hate it for Volk. I just love Volk. He's such a good guy. But I'm happy for Ilya, bro. Like, he earned it. All right? Look, that is it for the Moon Show for tonight. All right? I appreciate you guys tuning in. And until next time, we will tune in March. All right? Y'all have a good one. Hold on. Hit him with the little F3, the little, hold on.
F3 cheers.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Now he's on. We got to get this post fight.
Yeah, hold on.